Welcome back to Fangame Marathon, everyone. With me, we now have Dan Salvato, as well as commentator BashPrime and surprise commentator Wolsk is also here.
Yeah, I didn't know I was going to be, but Dan begged me.
And they'll be doing Metroid Prime Randomizer.
Oh, hello. I'm live.
Yeah.
I was setting up the screen capture. Okay, and you don't get audio, but that's fine. No, everyone else gets audio. It's just the people in the Discord server don't. Hello, everybody.
Greetings.
I'm BashPrime.
Hello.
Oh my god. I'm out of here. See ya.
No, we need you.
Welcome to Metroid Prime Randomizer. It is one of the most, dare I say, advanced randomizers in existence. We might get into it a little bit later, but like the logic for this randomizer is just absolutely bonkers what they've accomplished.
A huge shout outs to the Randovania devs.
Yeah.
I don't remember the logic maintainers in particular for Prime 1, but Dark Zero, I believe, had heavy involvement with getting Prime 1 supported, like, what, 2 years back?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see. I don't think there's that much to preface with. If you're a fan of Metroid Prime, then hope you enjoy the run. It is really wonderful for people familiar with the game. If not, we are going to very thoroughly explain and commentate everything, because I know how it is with randomizers. If you don't really know the game, it's just they seem to be just going to random places. So we'll do our best to explain like all of the tricks and all of the important stuff in this game so that nobody gets left behind in the fun. But with that, I think there's only one thing to say.
Go for it.
It's time for Prime.
Time to Prime.
But 1 isn't a prime number.
1 is my prime number.
Okay, that's acceptable. We'll agree to disagree on that.
Okay. I'm not using baby settings. I like turned down the settings from what I usually do into sort of like the medium range to make sure nothing goes horribly wrong, but it should still be like, I don't know, a decent fun challenge.
There was I think a door render run I did where I had advanced settings on, and I had to do like NSJ like courtyard climb, and I didn't realize it was in logic.
Oh, beautiful.
So I had to salvage it.
Okay, so
smart decision.
Yeah, if you're wondering, so we are randomizing the location of all of the pickups in the game, like everything from the missile expansions to the major items. We're also randomizing where the elevators take you. We're not randomizing door locks because that can go horribly wrong. But we're not only randomizing those things, but we are incorporating into the logic some more advanced glitches, and so the logic can require me it can require me to perform certain like movement technique or glitches in order to get the items or get where I need to go. So yeah, that's how we have the settings, and I think without further ado, let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And let's see what we got today.
All right.
We are starting in Chozo Ruins. Good start most of the time. Starting with Ice Beam and Missile Launcher. Okay. So Chozo Ruins is like one of the early game areas, and typically means you can just get like a lot of items very quickly without the need for much equipment. Okay, I started in the back of Chozo Ruins, which is just kind of interesting. There's an elevator in there and an elevator over here as well. Oh wait, I'm facing the wrong direction. Okay. Oh no, this is the elevator. Okay, I can't go in there because you need Morph Ball to get in there, and probably Morph Ball Bomb to make that little jump. So the first thing we're going to check is the door across from me. There's going to be a free item in here, and I'm pretty sure this is what the game wants me to do because it gave me Ice Beam. And on the other side of this door, it's going to be an Ice Beam door. And what did we get?
Vanilla ice.
Jesus Christ. Wow. Okay, we got Plasma Beam.
Yeah, this is the vanilla ice beam room, so you need ice to get out normally.
Right.
Makes sense for logic.
Okay, so we got Ice Beam and Plasma Beam. The win condition for this randomizer is you need all 4 beams in order to beat Metroid Prime. You need 6 artifacts. There's normally 12 in the game, but for these settings we reduce it to 6. And you need... hold on. There's something weird with my controller. Hold on. I'm gonna like unplug and replug my controller. This is really weird.
You want me to explain more of the go mode stuff while you're doing that, or I guess it's a quick thing. Never mind.
What the heck? Dude, hold on. Yeah, there's something really strange going on. And I don't really understand, but sometimes my lock-on... Bash, do you know anything about this? I don't know if it's my controller or, like, the game or my system, but, sometimes
Are
it,
you
like,
playing
does...
on console?
I'm playing on console. It, like, doesn't let go of my lock-on until, like, a second later, for some reason.
I forget if actually soft resetting, not the game, but, like, the controller itself, because I don't know if if plugging it back in actually fixes it.
That's
you
the
can
same
do,
as a soft reset. Okay. Yeah,
you can do
I
XB
mean,
and,
I apologize in advance. I'm actually going to turn this off and
XY.
back on, and I'm going to check my Nintendo settings, because maybe I have, like, native control turned off or something. So, yeah, I'm just going to, I don't know, feel free to reset the timer or something. But, yeah, apologize for this, like, unexpected technical difficulty here. Yeah.
Hopefully it's not like a gunk in the like trigger assembly or something, because it's a digital button and there's the analog portion.
Yeah, no, the controller itself feels perfectly fine. I mean, I guess it was bumping around in my backpack a little bit coming back from SGDQ, but let me just double check this stuff. Yeah, native control is on. Everything else looks good. I'm playing with unlock read speed because it's the superior setting. Okay, let me just turn this back on again, and gonna like just mash the L button a few times with my finger.
Yeah, I'd say worst case. Oh, go ahead.
No, worst case, I deal with it, and it's gonna like mess up a decent amount of my movement, but you know that's just how it is sometimes, I guess.
Yeah, there's another thing you can try in case that might work, and let's see if that actually fixed it though. I've had some weird like controller initializations in game, rarely, but I don't think it was a hardware related thing. I think just may have had a button held down.
Okay. Yeah, for a second I just thought I was like rusty. I was like, why is my movement sucking? But then I realized that it was just like let me give it a minute. I think this might feel a little bit better, but I won't be sure until I start like doing some jumps, you know. Okay. Well, anyway, we're caught back up. I'm just gonna play for now, and I'll keep you up to date on how it's feeling. But I think right now it's feeling kind of okay. Okay, so first things first, there's an elevator in here. If I jump down, I can't get back up. So before anything else, I want to... Oh, in fact, I can't jump down and do anything because you need Morph Ball to get out of there, and I don't have Morph Ball, so I think this elevator is literally my only option. So let's see where this takes me. Phendrana Drifts. Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, this is an interesting development because I was talking about it before. Chozo Ruins is a very early game area, so I thought we were going to get some like quick, easy items. Well, we did kind of start with Ice Beam and Plasma Beam, but it is in fact just immediately sending us out of Chozo Ruins and into Phendrana Drifts, which is like kind of a later game area, or mid game, I should say. And for a lot of Phendrana, you're supposed to have Space Jump, and we don't have Space Jump yet. That's like the double jump in this game. So until then, navigation is going to be a little bit tougher. But Plasma Beam is really good to have in Phendrana because there's a lot of these ice walls that you can melt with Plasma Beam. We got an energy tank, which is quite nice to have in this area. Okay. And now, we're just going to, I think, head through the vanilla path at the beginning of Phendrana. So, starting with Ice Ruins East, where we can get one item by breaking the ice with Plasma Beam. And then we head over to Ice Ruins West, where...
Correct pronunciation?
Yes, we can technically get an item in there, but it's a little difficult. Let's see what this is. It's Space Jump. Okay.
Wow.
Easy seed. So now we're gaming. We have double jump, and we can officially just break this game. Fun fact is, in the vanilla game, you can get space jump as your very first item. It's actually like a pretty easy and very famous trick to do, and it just like busts the game wide open. I need Spider Ball to get this item, but I can peek at it, and it's just a missile expansion, so I know that that's not necessary, so I don't have to come back to this room. And we're still missing Morph Ball. I expect we'll be getting it pretty soon.
Yeah, without space jump, you have exactly one item in logic, and that's Fangame Canyon.
Yep.
Now getting back is a different story, although with your settings, it's pretty trivial because there's some crates that you can platform on and get out.
Yeah, yeah. So we're heading to Ice Rings West. Go ahead.
Yeah, Plasma's a little bit like niche, but for early Fen checks, it's pretty nice. Although like with Elevator Rando and having Fen access this early, it's yeah, another boon. Wow.
Super miss.
Just giving everything.
Goodness. Okay.
Now you don't have charge beam, right?
I do. I started with charge beam because
It's the correct option.
yeah, basically. Just for combat, pretty much. Like, if you have to go a lot of the game without charge beam, then just using uncharged power beam in combat takes forever, and I don't want to subject everyone to that. Okay, this is Fangame Canyon. That looks like Morph Ball, so we're going to grab that. Don't have to align these platforms because I have space jump, but I don't know. Wasn't really thinking about it, so here we are. So we're just going to grab Morph Ball real quick. Okay.
I do some 80% practice and get some muscle memory into those platforms. No, I can't tell you what to do.
So now we're balling. And I really haven't had to do like any major tricks yet, but you can bet that we're going to be seeing some of that because there's a lot of it in this game. And probably like every single room I go through BashPrime is just like kind of cringing at my movement because I've never actually speedrun this game. I just do randomizers.
I'm just glad you enjoy randomizer.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel that I'm more of a rando enjoyer now than a speedrunner.
Okay. I am literally not going to skip this cutscene. This is your punishment for getting that item in Fangame Canyon, which was the Morph Ball. When you come out, it like makes you watch this completely unnecessary like 25-second cutscene of Ridley flying overhead for no reason. And
Extremely large shadow.
even though they made it skippable in Prime Randomizer, I just prefer taking the L on that. Okay. I'll do a cute little trick here, because why not? Haven't gotten to show off like a nice little scan dash yet. That's one of the bread and butter tricks of Metroid Prime, are these dash jumps, where you can lock onto something and use this sidestep jump in the lock-on, and then just let go of lock-on, but it retains that sidestep momentum, and you could just fling yourself across the room, which is, yeah, one of the bread and butters for breaking this game and just getting to places you're not supposed to get to. This is nothing special. I'm just like climbing up this room a little bit faster by using some standable terrain. Okay, since we have plasma beam, we can melt this and get the item in here.
Morph Ball and Morph Ball bombs in particular kind of gate early to mid game stuff. So at some point, you're gonna want to find bombs, but with random elevators, that can free up more. I think where Morph Ball bombs can be. So we may just have Morph Ball for a little bit here.
Yeah, there's one more item.
That's fine.
In there that I can't get yet because I don't have Morph Ball Bomb, so I'm gonna have to come back here a little bit later. Yeah, I would say the three main gate items are Morph Ball Bomb, Space Jump, and Scan Visor if you choose to shuffle Scan Visor, but I did not shuffle Scan Visor with these settings. And I got Space Jump right away, so yeah, the major holdout is probably going to be Morph Ball Bomb. So what do you think, Bash? Should I go back to Chozo Ruins, or should I head forward into, like, Pirate Labs or something? Oh, no, I don't have Wave Beam. Never mind. I can't do that.
Yeah, I was like, you can't really do much else.
I'm so used to Door Lock Randomizer, I, like, forget the routing for, Okay, so then what I'm actually going to do is just to save a tiny bit of time, and plus I haven't saved my game yet, and I should, you know, take somewhat liberal safety saves.
Get to show off another randomizer feature, too.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to go ahead and save my game. And one feature of this randomizer is at any save station, you can return back to your starting location just by holding L and R in the save, and it'll warp me back to start, just as a little convenience quality of life. So
That's really nice for this seed, too. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's really nice for this seed in particular because Fendrana is right there at the beginning, more or less. Fen only has 2 elevators. Trozo has 5. And in the vanilla like map layout, oh, you're doing this. This is
No,
cool.
I'm not. I just I want to give it one attempt. Last time I tried this,
All
it took me 20 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I just wanted to like show off that you can stand on the save station and morph ball into there without bombs, but yeah, it is stupidly hard. But I've had seeds that literally require me to do that, and it's ridiculous. Okay. Anyway, you can go ahead and continue what you were saying.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that Fendrana is normally gated off, and you generally like almost on the opposite side of the map is like landing site in like a vanilla like map layout. And vanilla start, having it right there next to you is very convenient because again, only 2 elevators in Fendrana, so wherever that other elevator is going to be is could also just be back to Chozo. It could be somewhere else.
Okay, we just got to do this little Chozo ghost fight in order to unlock the doors. I should have taken the missile refill and got my 2 missiles so I could super missile this guy, but here we are.
In particular, why I started Charge Beam. They take so it's 4 charge shots, like fully charged shots to kill a ghost, and it takes 100 regular power beam shots to kill them otherwise.
Yeah, it is bad for your wrist.
And they disappear unless you have X-ray visor.
Yeah. Okay. That guy is done. And now we're going to be heading backwards through Chozo Ruins. Our first stop is going to be good old Crossway Kun. We always check up on our 2 favorite high school sweethearts, Furnace Chan and Crossway Kun. And we're going backwards. Is that Wave Beam? This seed is... Wow. Oh my god, dude. Okay, but I love getting this item. We get to show off some cool tricks. You normally need Boost Ball to go up this half pipe, but what we're going to do is something called an R jump, which is basically... It's kind of complicated, but if you turn sideways using the R button in the air, you can gain a lot more distance on your jump and just make it over pits like that. The basic reason is that, well, the physics in this game are broken, but Samus, her speed is not capped in the sideways direction, only forwards and backwards. So if you turn sideways, you can keep gaining speed. And then aside from that, we're going to use all kinds of standable terrain to just climb up this room. That's one of the other bread and butters of breaking this game is standable terrain. Just everything is standable in this game, basically. I fell. Oh, man. Well, I get to show this off again. That's all right.
Yeah, name of the game with Prime is just the movement, scan dashing, being able to maintain your momentum everywhere, and then a lot of the standable terrain that's present in each of these rooms.
Yep, that's pretty much the 3 pillars of breaking this game. And with just those, basically every single room in the game you can navigate in an unintended way or get items early or whatever. It's just really entertaining. Okay, so we just jump on here, then we morph, hold forward, and we should... That never fails.
Collision's weird.
That has like a 95% success rate, but it's a marathon, so I guess that's what we are. But at the very least, I mean, I could probably lose like a half hour and still be underestimated because of how easy this seed seems to be, just getting all 4 beams right at the beginning. Okay, let's try this again. This might also have to do with like the size of the... There we go. The size of the pickup item in that little crevice. Okay, we got Wave Beam.
I believe the sizes of the original expansions are maintained. That was to bypass a thing with like large artifacts in like the cordite casings in Fendrana and Phazon Mines. You could grab those without needing to blow up the containers with super missiles.
That's just a missile expansion up there. And I can no longer progress backwards because I don't have Morph Ball on yet. But now that I have Wave Beam, I can go back to Fendrana and go forwards. So
yeah, Wave opens so many of the doors in this game. Wave and Ice take you... With Wave and Ice, and then like assuming you have like Morph Ball and bombs, you can go to a lot of places in the game. And then Plasma just rounds out like the few remaining stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. Normally you need Boost Ball to take up this half pipe to get up here, but there's a really easy slope jump off the top of this guy. We haven't explained slope jumps yet, Bash. I think you can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, for hold on, I'm gonna bring up the wiki so that I don't incorrectly explain this.
Gamer, it's not that hard.
Wiki.metroid.
Just Bash.
I believe the name. I believe
like as accurate as possible. Okay, go ahead.
If you walk into a slope while jumping, I believe it gives Samus more vertical speed, which therefore lets her jump higher than normal. This effect is heavily magnified in underwater. If you don't have gravity suit, you can get enormous amounts of height
Yeah.
doing it that way.
It'd be cool if we have the chance to show that off a little bit later. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's almost like Sonic the Hedgehog, where if you jump while going up a slope, you gain more height. It's a little more complicated in Metroid Prime because you have to pull away from the slope after getting that little height boost. Otherwise, it negates the height boost. It's pretty strange. I think another good analogy for Metroid Prime physics is like if you think of like old Half-Life games, it's not. We don't see exactly like that. Oh, here's a cute little slope jump in the corner here to get up here more easily.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, so I'm not going to say that the physics in this game are similar to Half-Life, but it's similar in the sense that, like, every single tiny quirk in the physics is completely abusable in funny and interesting ways. Here's another standable terrain to skip a puzzle in this room that you normally need boost ball for.
And then a slope jump there.
Yep. Now we're going to head into this hole, grab an item. And it looks like you need bombs to get in here, but you could actually, like, stand on the lip and just roll right in, which is kind of funny. Okay, that's a nothing.
Good reward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think another thing with like what makes slope jumps powerful is the L movement. This lets Samus almost immediately accelerate to her fastest walking speed over just holding the stick without, or pressing the stick without holding L. You can do slope jumps on remastered, but they're more effective when you're locked onto an enemy, since you can't do the soft L press on remastered or like trilogy.
I'm actually going to fight Thardus first and then do Pirate Labs after because I am pretty well equipped for the Thardus fight. Well, I don't have power bombs, I guess, but it is pretty fun to do reverse Pirate Labs if I get the chance. And the Thardus arena just takes you into the backside of Pirate Labs. It's like a nice little shortcut, so you don't have to cut through Pirate Labs every single time you want to get to the back of Phendrana.
I've had seeds where Thardus is required to be the hallway to front Phendrana.
Yeah,
Great.
same. This is Thardus. You're supposed to have thermal visor for this fight, where you like look through the thermal visor and it shows you which rocks are hot, and you have to shoot the hot rocks basically. But the ones that you shoot are like in the same order every single time, so we just don't need thermal visor. Oh, I don't have Morph Ball Bomb either for this fight. I should not have done this fight because Bomb makes this fight way faster. Oh well.
Yeah, bombs completely remove the requirement for thermal because during Thardus' rolling animation, for whatever reason, if you lay a bomb and it explodes while like in his like actor collision, it just immediately it does enough damage where, or not even does enough damage, it just skips the rock to the visible phase.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, aside
Same
from
thing happens in remaster too.
Oh, that's funny. Aside from bombs and power bomb, plasma beam is just the other major thing during this fight that makes it completely free. Like, you could just see how much damage this thing is doing to him. I'm like breaking these body parts in no time at all. And after you break the first three, you just have to wait for him to like throw this tantrum, which like does not do anything at all during the fight really, except it makes the arena foggy, which has basically no effect. But you just have to wait this out and then continue the fight.
Plasma is ridiculously powerful. It's the strongest beam, I believe, in terms of both DPS from single shots and then charge shots. But in addition to that, Thardus is programmed to take extra damage from what are considered fire-based attacks, and Plasma has the fire affinity, excuse me. And so, I believe it does 1.5 times more damage to Thardus as a result.
Yeah, I'm just ripping through this guy. Next up is the shoulder, which is like the easiest one to hit because it's so gigantic. There we go. During the roll, okay. And then the head is the hardest to hit. The hitbox is like oh god, I got the instant roll.
Love when that happens.
Skips the wind-up animation and just full speed, just like yeets himself into you. But anyway, the head is the hardest to hit, especially if you can't lock onto it, like if you don't have thermal visor, because the hitbox is kind of messed up. It's like at the base of the head instead of the whole thing. But after you break the casing, you can lock onto it, and it's not really an issue anymore.
This randomizer has a chaos setting, so you can even adjust like how fast the enemies animate and how large they are or small they are. Small Thardus is a fun time. Just rolls around so fast.
True. Okay, so last up is the chest. If I had Power Bomb, then I could just one-shot him right here, but gotta do it as normal. Doesn't really matter. We'll still only take a moment with Plasma Beam here. Where is he going? He likes clipping into the walls when he rolls around. It's just a pastime
I'm
of his.
stuck next to that the elevator side ledge.
Oh, that's cute. Okay, a few more shots, and Thardus is done. Oh, he wants to roll again. I don't think so.
Nice knockback too. Sometimes you can like really knock back Thardus' actor, and so he'll be like completely off like axis to where it would normally be positioned in the cutscene.
All right, get ready for the doink. Doink.
Dang, I didn't have my falling pipe sound effect ready.
Oh my god, I got Power Bomb. Or this is a Power Bomb expansion, so I only get one single Power Bomb, but it's still a pretty excellent find. And I'm not going to try too hard, but I'm going to take a few attempts to try to get into here.
This slope jump is so bad.
I got good at it, actually, but
Interesting.
Yeah, I haven't played in a bit, so I'm a bit rusty. That was actually pretty close. Hold on.
That was close, yeah.
Yeah, the trick that I found is like instead of pushing all the way up against here, you move back like a few pixels, and it makes it like way more consistent. Okay, I kind of forget my camera lineup, but I'll give it a few more.
So, something about this randomizer that since we got the Powerbomb expansion, Randovania does not consider, for the most part, it doesn't consider expansions as your progression for like getting a Powerbomb. It expects you to have the main like upgrade first, which is this big glowy yellow and purple orb. So that doesn't logically the internal logic system for Randovania, it doesn't consider like, okay, you got this expansion, now all of the Powerbomb checks are available. Once he gets the main upgrade, wherever that might be, then that would be the case. The one exception for this is, I think it's just one room in Prime, the Tower of Light, because the same logic applies to the main missile upgrade, although we started with missile launcher, so it's kind of rendered moot for this seed. But expansions are generally not considered for logic unless it's for like a niche thing like Tower of Light, where you need a certain missile count to climb the room without tricks.
Do you see how close I am? Like, I should have given up long ago, but this is just one of those jumps. I mean, you might have it in your own game where every single time you do it, it looks so close that you just like don't want to give up on it. You know what I mean? It's one of those. But yeah, I'll go ahead and give up. I'm just a little bit rusty on that. And
yeah, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, but now I have to escape on this side of the arena without Spider Ball, which means we do another slope jump. This one's just a little bit easier. That was pretty bad. Whoops, I already felt that failing. Oh, that should have been good. There we go. Okay, and we are out of there. We have our Powerbomb expansion. As Bash said, it's not really going to be in logic, but having it means that if we're passing like a check that requires Powerbomb, we can get it and prevent backtracking. So even if it's not in the randomizer logic, it can still be very rewarding to have that sort of item early. Okay, now we get the Jetpack Pirates in this room, even though we haven't like formally been introduced to them yet. I'll just go ahead and ignore those guys, and we will head into the Pirate Labs. That guy gets to do his cool jump that he's been just like waiting for an hour to be able to do. And we don't kill that guy because we just like to let him show off his cool jump and then be on our way. Okay, so the Pirate Labs, it's kind of like a linear mini dungeon, which in the vanilla game, this is where the difficulty normally starts to really ramp up. In Randomizer, there are quite a number of good items you can get and a lot of skips that you can do in order to make this a little bit faster. So it's, I don't know, it's made a little bit more pleasant and something to sort of look forward to in Randomizer, as long as you have decent equipment, especially with something like Plasma Beam, where you can just rip through all the enemies. Okay, and take this out. And since I have Super Missile, there's one item in here that requires Super Missile. Just a missile expansion, but that's fine. That's only my first missile expansion this entire seed, which is really bizarre because you're usually just flooded with them immediately. Okay. Next up is Observatory, which normally requires Boost Ball in order to kind of solve this puzzle, but we get to skip that with some cool dash jumps. And I would say this is going to be like, I don't know, the first major skip that I've done. But yeah, normally you need to like kind of align these platforms in order to get up. But if you do a nice little scan dash on there, I can just get up here anyway. Do a little fling-a-reno. And we'll check the item up there. That's a missile expansion, but I'm going to get it anyway because it's really easy to get.
Yeah, that first dash that Dan did is like, it's not that precise, but it's just precise enough that you, for like newer runners, it tends to be a bit of a gatekeeper.
Yeah, I agree. I struggled on that for a long time until someone finally explained to me that the lighter you tap a B during the dash jump, the more height and distance you gain. And as soon as that was explained to me, I was just 100% consistent on that jump.
Yeah, I had a lot of trouble when I was first starting out with Rando and just the game in a speedrun context. And then, just, yeah, practice and just understanding of what makes dashes work.
What are the worst settings in the randomizer? There are a lot of really, really bad settings in Metroid Prime Randomizer. You can randomize the rooms, literally, so every door just, like, teleports you to a different room. I mean, it's... And that's like a no-logic setting. But yeah, there's some really bad settings.
You can make them all, like, submerged or even, like, random ones submerged. You can give them all superheated attributes. So that you need to not take damage.
So there's a fight trigger right in front of this door, but you can actually like kind of sneak forward and barely squeeze through and avoid the trigger like that. And then it extends up pretty high, so you also have to jump over it like this. And then for this, you're supposed to need Plasma Beam, which we do have Plasma Beam, but it's more fun and a little bit faster to do it this way. You can like shoot the explosive charges over this barrier in order to knock this tower down without having to go around and like shoot through the window with Plasma Beam. And Bash, I'm letting some of these cutscenes play just like to provide a little bit better context for the viewers. I've kind of understood like which cutscenes, you know, if you skip them, then it can be confusing for viewers. Okay, so let's get the item in here. Just a missile. And you normally need Morph Ball Bomb to get out of here to get up this little ledge, but there's a cute little semi out of bounds we can do. Set up like on this slope. Just do like this big slope jump up onto this wall. It's a little bit scary because if you hold forward for too long, then you can fall out of bounds and be soft locked. And I didn't take a safety save, so let's hope that doesn't happen. In fact, the last time I saved was probably... Oh, I don't even want to think about it. Okay, I'm actually really scared now.
I can help try to guide you through it if worst comes to worst. I mean, we haven't picked up anything new yet, so you're not that behind.
That's true. That's true.
Outside of, I guess, missiles and just world traversal and Thardus.
Yeah, you're right about that. I think we'll be fine, though. It's pretty rare that I mess this up. And I'm trying to take it conservatively. That's like probably why it's taking a little bit longer than usual to get this, because it's pretty hard to get the cue for when like Samus lands on this surface, and so it's easy to like hold forward for too long and have her fall onto the other side of the wall. I'm actually going to be quiet for a second and turn up my audio to make sure I like get a decent cue when she lands here. Come on, man. Okay. This is... I fell on the other side of the wall, but I'm not out of bounds yet. I think I can... Okay. Oh man, I got really nervous for a second. I saw myself drop like a little bit far, and I'm like, oh no. But we're fine. Okay, we're up on the wall, so now we just need to kind of jump up here, and we are
Nicely
good.
done.
Okay, and let's proceed forward.
Yeah, now if Dan's probably gonna go through and just do far Fandrana checks after this, but if you went back the way you came, if like didn't have ice beam to go through the door and research core that's coming up to get through like the back door out of labs, then you'd have to avoid the fight trigger again. Unless you
okay.
pick up research core.
So to proceed forward here, you need to break open this chamber and kill the Metroid, and then the pirates notice. I discovered recently, because I had no way of breaking open this container, there is one other way of breaking open the container without like missiling it or whatever, and that is to scan this Metroid.
That's how I did it first time.
Yeah, if you see that's probably most people, like they're gonna scan it as soon as they see it, and then he breaks out. You know, I like that atmospheric trigger that they added, but I completely forgot that knowledge in Randomizer, and it took me forever to figure out how to get back through there. Okay, there's 2 items here in Research Lab Ether. This is the first one. You have to like morph along this track, or you can just do a gamer jump and get right in there, skipping the morph track. And there's another item here that's free, and it's just 2 missile expansions, but I don't know. At this point, they're pretty welcome because I was still a little bit low on missiles. At this point, my missile count's looking pretty good. Okay, last room in the Pirate Labs. This is Research Core. You have to scan the 3 computers in order to get the item. It's just a missile expansion, so we're going to skip it. Because if you do get that item, it makes the whole Pirate Labs a lot harder. Like, the power goes out and the enemies get harder. And I probably will not need to go back through the Pirate Labs, but it's just nice to skip that item if you have the chance to. And now we are heading into the back of Fandrana. Get ready to jam. I'm literally turning the audio up for this section.
Good. Well done.
There we go. Well, tell me if it's too loud, but it's hard to resist. Okay. And I still don't have Morph Ball Bomb. You normally need Morph Ball Bomb to, like, get up that little tunnel there, but you can just make the jump up to there. There's a couple ways you can R-jump. I like doing this little scan dash here to get up there. Okay. Plasma beam item here. And I'm going to pop in here just to check the elevator real quick. Frigate Crash site, that's a really excellent elevator. It's like an early game area, but like Bash said, I'll probably just clean up this area while I'm here, because there's nothing really stopping me. Okay, and there's a lot of underwater stuff in this area, because this is where in the vanilla game you get Gravity Suit. But we're going to try to avoid being underwater as much as possible by like doing certain rooms backwards and stuff like that. Fairly pleasant area.
Doing that little morph ball tunnel without boost always like just I lose a bit of my self like every time. Game takes a piece of me every time.
Okay, let's take this guy out. He likes to dance around your shots. That's just a missile expansion in there, so we will skip it. There's a lot of ways to get through this room, but I like doing that little dash jump and then just jumping into here like this.
This tunnel as well.
True. Yeah, but this tunnel
It's like
looks...
only B and nothing's happening.
It looks cool with those reflections, and you get to see them for longer if you don't have boost. Okay. Now let's take out these flying pirates. Alright, it's time to get edgy. This is Fandrana's Edge, pretty famous room in Metroid Prime speedruns. You normally need grapple beam to get up to the top, but we can use a lot of standable terrain. Get on here, it'll reposition me because it thinks I'm stuck, and then we slope jump up to here. And then we are on our way. You can powerbomb this wall. There's no indication, but you can powerbomb this wall in order to find a secret door. This is like an end game. You normally find a Chozo artifact in here. 1 of 12 to take into the... It's Boost Ball!
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Also shouts to Schwartz in the chat saying number 15, Fandrana's Edge branch.
So this is, again, we were just talking about how powerbomb is not in logic, but it just got me Boost Ball early, so that's going to save us a lot of time. Okay, and here's the other little skip, grapple beam skip. You do a tiny little slope jump on there, and it always looks really close, but I almost never fail that. And we got Thermal Visor, completely useless and not needed for anything. It just makes the final boss fight a little bit faster. Okay, now we're gonna drop all the way in. And there is one more room with items in it. It's going to be Gravity Chamber. It's the room that you normally get Gravity Suit in the vanilla game. And we're balling now.
Literally.
That was the joke.
Oh, I have no concept of humor, sorry.
Okay, so we're going to go into Gravity Chamber backwards, again using another dash jump here to get up here, because if you go in backwards, you can check the items without actually having to go underwater, and it's a pretty good time save.
Yo, Fruit, thanks for the raid.
So we got 2 items. There's an energy tank there. I think I might want to grab that because only have 2 so far, and it's nice to have a couple more. Down here is another energy tank. Interesting. Not sure if I'll be getting that one, because if you collect that item, it kind of sets a trigger that, like, makes various things more difficult in the game. Okay, and this one's a little tough to get. So normally you plasma beam this, and there's a grapple beam point, but we don't have grapple beam, so I have to do, like, this awkward combined slope jump and R jump to get this item. Oh, let's go.
Try.
I'm better
Well
than 100% runners at this game, officially. Because they hate that item. Okay, and we are done with the back of Ventrana, so in a moment we're going to have to say goodbye to the jam. The party is canceled. But as we discovered, we have a really great elevator out of here that takes us to Talon Overworld, which is like the beginning of the game area. So once again, get to scoop up a lot of items very quickly without much equipment needed.
It's also next to the endgame area, like, conveniently enough. It puts the final level, like, I mean, there's a gate. We'll get to that later, but yeah, like right by the landing site, which is normally where you start, there's the artifact temple, and
Right.
that's of interest as well.
That's like, yeah, that's the main win condition for this game. It's like the Chozo. I guess we should explain the plot a little bit, but basically a meteor hit the planet that has this like radioactive poison called Phazon, and it corrupted the planet, and all the Chozo who lived here died, but they had visions of a savior, which was Samus. So they placed around a bunch of items for her to find to help her on her journey. And they also placed around 12 secret artifacts, which are keys to open the warp to the crater, so that Samus can confront the evil that lurks within. So our job is to find those artifacts and get access to the crater and defeat the final boss.
Yeah, I think it's like very Hollow Knight-esque, where it's like they tried to seal it away and it didn't quite hold. So the planet's still just kind of getting corrupted bit by bit over time anyways.
Yeah. And meanwhile, while all this is happening, the space pirates discover the Phazon and they're researching it and using it to like enhance their abilities and to evolve Metroids and stuff like that. Pretty interesting plot overall, like I'm pretty down. And it's one of those atmospheric storytelling type games where you learn a lot just by like scanning the environment and stuff like that. Okay.
I shouted out Hollow Knight. Silk Song got delayed more. Sorry. I should have been more careful.
Okay, heading into Talon Overworld. And now that we have access to the artifact temple, we can actually scan the totems in there, and it'll tell us where to find the artifacts we need. Phazon suit. I don't know if I've ever played an easier seed in my life, Bash.
This is, yeah, it just put all the, yeah.
Yeah, I asked for a marathon seed, and it gave me a marathon seed.
So now there's a non-zero chance that once Stan gets his artifactants, he may be in go mode where he has everything he needs to beat the game and obtain whatever's remaining to get to final boss. Still a chance that it's not the case, but we'll see.
So that item you normally need gravity suit for. Oh, that looks like a charge combo. I'll take that. But yeah, as Bash explained earlier, if you do slope jumps underwater, it just multiplies the effect, and like you can get this item really easily. I didn't even need a space jump, but yeah, you can get crazy amounts of height with underwater slope jumps, and it actually makes gravity suit completely unneeded for anything in this game. Like the entire Crash Frigate section, which is all underwater, I could just do without gravity suit. It's not extremely pleasant, but I can do it, and there's a chance that I will choose to do that depending on how this routing goes, but probably not.
Front to back's not too bad. It just takes a bit of time. The freight lift room in particular is a little bit weird and annoying, but it's trivial. With
Yeah, it's a
more
little
ball
silly.
and, well, still don't have bombs yet, so
True. That's
Who knows
actually
where they
pretty
are?
unbelievable. I don't know why it's taken so long. This is the landing site, by the way. This is like where you officially start the game after the tutorial. We finally made our way back to Samus's ship. And I'm going to teach you something really interesting about the rain in this room. This game is just full of the most incredible attention to detail, somehow, because they made this game in like a year. But look at this. So you can see the little raindrops like bouncing off of Samus's gun. If I look up, the raindrops are hitting Samus's visor, right? So that's really cool. And then I look forward and I look down and they're not really hitting anymore. But if I walk forward, the raindrops are hitting my visor again because I'm like walking into the rain droplets. They like actually programmed the situations like where the droplets should or should not be hitting Samus's visor depending on like her facing angle and the way that she moves. It's unbelievable. Okay, this is normally where you get space jump in the vanilla game. And we are going to take a quick trip into the Artifact Temple, which gives us not only a free item, but we're going to scan the locations for the artifacts that we need to beat the game. Again, the vanilla game requires you to get 12 artifacts, but for these randomizer settings, we have it set to 6 artifacts needed. 12 is usually very excessive. Some people do 9, but 6 I think is the most popular.
one of the retro devs at the time, I want to say it was Mike Wicken or Jack Matthews. Actually, it might have been Zoid. It's one of them, I think, that mentioned that like they felt the game was over too quickly. So this was having the artifact collection was their attempt to have a more defined win condition other than just, oh, do you just have all the items you need?
Right. I kind of like it. I mean, again, 12 is a bit much, but I mean, it's a Metroidvania, like giving you an excuse to just like re-explore all of the like the whole game, especially when you have end game equipment and it's a lot more pleasant to do so. Like I like that they added a good reason to do that.
It's interesting for Randomizer too. Dread actually has that issue in Rando where all you need to get to Iterash, if like, assuming you're just doing like a regular like map layout, elevator layout, it's just like, yeah, you have your beams, you have like speed booster, screw attack, stuff like that, and then so Dread Seeds were like super fast, and then the lead dev Duncan and Salt decided, you know what, I'm just gonna put artifacts in Dread. And
That's
I
pretty
think that was the
amazing.
right decision.
Okay, that goes to Magmore. We don't have Varia suit yet, I believe. Right, we have Phazon suit but not Varia, so we can't go through Magmore without taking heat damage. You can enable heat runs in the logic, where the logic can actually like see how many energy tanks you have and decide if like it wants to put items in Magmore Caverns that you have to like, it's basically a speed run too before you die. We're gonna get up here without grapple beam by doing a little dash jump on this guy, and I bonked. He was in a little bit of an awkward spot, but that's fine. And then there's 2 items that we can get up there. Okay.
See
Ah,
a
I messed up
question
again.
for how many artifacts have been found already.
Have we
0.
found any yet? Have we? No.
We got 0. But we made it to the Artifact Temple, and like we were able to learn the locations for all 6 artifacts. So it will be trivial to head to them. In fact, I'll probably be looking at those locations pretty soon because I already have the beams and Phazon suit. Why am I doing so bad at this jump? Ah, man. I think this is just the trick of the day that you can't do for some reason, which in Randomizer, or I should say speedruns in general, like, you know how you always kind of have the trick of the day that just fails repeatedly and you don't really know why it's failing? Okay, that time I was too far
I
back.
think there's some like collision you're running into. I think it's
Yeah.
that dash is a little weird. You get, that's one I just gotta kind of feel for, and I still like will collide on something and fall down.
Yeah, it's
But
like
this is worth doing. Oh, go ahead.
you have to bend forward, like at the initial part of the dash jump to dodge this route, and then you have to bend back in order to land on the platform. That time I got no distance for some reason. Whatever. Well, as Bash was saying, this is worth doing. Okay.
Yeah, if you have space jump, then being able to skip X-ray and grapple is really nice. These are, plus you can also route that in with the bottom item, which actually is logically accessible with what you have.
Right.
Because you just need missiles to go get it.
Okay. And you can see the range droplets hitting something invisible here, which is a hint that there's invisible platforms. You're supposed to use X-ray visor to see these, but we know where they are already, so we don't need X-ray visor. It's another item that basically, if you just know where everything is, you don't need it. With one exception, there is one boss, the Omega Pirate, that you can't damage unless you have X-ray visor. Okay. And we grab those two items, nothing special in there. But we're gonna head to the bottom where we're gonna get one more item and an elevator to the next area. And we'll see where this elevator takes us. That'll help decide what our route's gonna be. And we got an energy tank.
Something that I'll add, these elevators are two-way. You can set them to be one-way, and gets pretty unhinged when you do that.
Oh my, you can set it so that elevators take you to
rooms.
Any room, not just other elevators. It's pretty unbelievable. Okay, so went the wrong way. I'm going to check the artifact locations because I already have all the beams in Phazon suit, so it's just going to be a matter of collecting the 6 artifacts. Main plaza, easy. Central Dynamo, kind of annoying, but that's fine. Rune Nursery, easy. Elite Quarters, whatever. I have Reverse Lower Mines turned on, so that's easy. Triclops Pit.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Fiery Shores. Okay, so Triclops Pit, we basically need Variasuit to get this. Or we can get like a bunch of energy tanks, but it's pretty hard to get there and survive without Variasuit. So
What's your suit damage setting?
Normal. Oh wait, I don't think I turned on progressive damage. I think it's because that was a recent option in the randomizer, right? Progressive damage reduction.
Progressive's been there for a bit. The additive one is the new one.
Oh yeah, I don't have additive turned on then.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
normal means that you have the best suit reduction now just by having Phazon suit. Anyways.
Wait, I still don't have Morph Ball Bomb. I just remembered. I was like ready to blast through Chozo Ruins and get everything, but I don't have Morph Ball Bomb yet. But I think it's it's worth it. I'm gonna do the infinite speed in Hall of the Elders. It's also just an extremely cool trick, and I'm happy that I get to show it off. Oh wait, is this? Yes, I can do infinite speed here. Okay. So normally, there's 2 items underground. You normally need to activate these bomb slots, and then you have Ice Beam and Plasma Beam, and you can like use the Wii Sports bowling guy to get those items underground. I don't have Morph Ball Bomb, so I can't activate those bomb slots, but we're gonna get these items anyway using a very cool glitch. And I would call this, if you could describe glitches in this game as like major or minor, this is kind of in the major glitch territory, which is why it's so exciting. But the idea is that if you wedge Samus into like certain areas where like she has nowhere to go, you can kind of confuse the collision and start rolling in Morph Ball, and the game just decides that it wants to keep having her roll faster and faster because she's not hitting a wall that stops her roll, but she's also not going anywhere. So what we're gonna do is, I don't think that's an angle that'll work. Let's try this angle. No.
There's the other side of this too, where you're back in the Hall of the Elders room collision, but you didn't actually hit the transition like dock that tells the game, oh, the map should focus on Hall of the Elders now. Like the game tracks what room Samus is in, and there are additional collision checks that are done when you are in what's considered the active or prioritized room. So even though Dan's in Hall of the Elders, it is not considered the prioritized room, which allows for Samus to get stuck on collision like this and just have frictionless Morph Ball rolling, which just exponentially builds up the Morph Ball's angular momentum.
There we go. Yeah. So I'm just rolling faster and faster. it looks like I'm not rolling, but the game is just flipping my morph ball over like 180 degrees every frame. And eventually I go fast enough that the outer casing of my morph ball will just disappear, and we might get some like flashing lights on the screen. If you're sensitive to that, then now's a pretty good time to look away before that happens. Sometimes you don't get them, but we will see what happens. And once we enter that state, that is what's known as the infinite speed state, I guess. And while in that state, for whatever reason, I don't know the technical explanation behind this, but if I use Boost Ball, the game just decides to make my collision like the size of the entire room, which means that I'm instantly going to jump in that Chozo's hands, and I'm instantly going to collect the 2 items that are underground.
So like what happened is the angular momentum value of the morph ball got so large that the engine, I believe, handles it where it doesn't overflow. It becomes a value called not a number, and then that value gets put in for the actor collision checks for like enemies, lava, but especially in this case expansions.
Yeah, so I don't think I got anything good. I think I got an energy tank and probably a missile expansion. The best case scenario would have been like getting Variasuit there. I'll have to fight these guys. Bash, can you wall boost to get out of here through that tunnel?
You can do the thing you tried doing in the safe station. You can go on the railing and
God.
morph and fall down.
That's not going to be in logic.
It's not, yeah. Well, also, I think you need bombs to escape if you, anyways. So.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, never mind. We can't go in this direction. In that case, let me think.
So you'd have the wall boost to get out. That's right.
So we have an elevator to Magmore, the back of Magmore, which will give us another elevator, and that will most likely take us to the front of Chozo Ruins. So I think I'm gonna go for that. And then another option is to do the crash frigate without gravity suit.
What was that? What was the knockback animation from? That was crazy.
The what? I didn't see it.
Yeah, Samus did like the arm cannon recoil from like taking damage, but like
oh, what the heck?
It was when she jumped on the Stone Toad. I've never seen that.
I have no idea. I forget where that Magma elevator was. I think it was in the back of Vendrana, right?
I believe like you go to Talon, and then I think you have to go through to Talon Canyon, and it takes you to workstation.
I think you're right. Yeah, that is a little bit inconvenient, but I think that is probably our best bet right now, I would say. Plus, I can probably get through Thardus's arena now without having to do that annoying jump, and that gets me that one item that I skipped earlier. So, pretty decent, I would say. But welcome back to Vendrana. I forgot to turn the capture audio back down after we were done with the after we were done with the jam in the back of Vendrana. That's fine. Just turn it back down again. I could have sworn I checked the Talon Canyon elevator. Did I just like skip that by accident? I'll check the map in a bit to see if I checked that. But running through it in my mind, I think you're actually right because of the locations that I've discovered so far. Like that elevator is not accounted for. No, wait, I totally did check that. I remember going in and coming out. Unless I'm checking the map. Root Cave, Talon Canyon. Oh, that was Lava Lake, that's right. So that's pretty much a no-go. I can get one item, actually, if I pop in there. That might be worth it. But that's the beginning of Magmore, and it's the hardest to do a heat run from that elevator. Just because of the amount of damage you take. For some reason, that room, Lava Lake, which is a very big room and takes a while to go through, you take double heat damage in that room. And it's the only room that does that. But Lava Lake itself also has an item in it that I'd be able to like just pop in and grab that item and then leave. So that's a pretty viable option.
Another fun Magmore fact. Oh, never mind.
Go ahead.
Oh, there's just like in Triclops Pit, there's like a random pool of lava that has a an extra damage source in it, so you take twice as much damage from that pool of lava.
That's pretty silly. I'm not too sure about this positioning, but we will see. Oh, it looks pretty good, actually.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
Oh, let's go.
Very
Okay,
nice.
that barely worked. Yeah.
I've never considered using the Sheegoth like that. That's awesome.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's tricky because you have to kill him in a very specific spot, and you have like 1 second basically before his body starts to fade away in order to jump on him and get up here.
That's like a Prime 2 Resbit strat. They have a shield that comes up, but the shield only has collision for so long, even if you freeze them.
Can we take the workstation elevator and check the other one? That is the plan, yeah. And I'm hoping that takes me to like the front of Chozo Ruins. Before that, I'm going to pop back in here real quick and grab this item that I skipped. Let me see. Where do I want to dash off of for this? I usually use Thardis.
The left.
This one, right?
The one to the left of that one.
Really? I'm going to use this one.
Yeah, so I stand... Oh, I mean, that works too, but... The leftmost spider track...
Great.
So the leftmost spider track I prefer because all you have to do is just dash sideways and just bend straight back, and you'll make it every time.
Yeah.
Though I missed it randomly.
I just like only ever use Thardis for that jump, so I like forgot what to do. Okay, let's see if this guy's gonna... I look a little bit low. Okay, we made it back. So let's try this again. I don't know if I'll be able to dash back though after getting this item. So you said that you use this
you can.
track?
Yes.
I feel more comfortable with this one, again, because I normally use Thardis for this, and this one's a little closer to where you would find Thardis. There we go.
Nice.
Okay, so you normally need Grapple Beam to get over here. And it's just a missile. And again, I'm pretty consistent at dashing back in the other direction with Thardis, but without Thardis, I'm not too sure. And I actually don't know which lock-on I want to use for this. Would you say this one, Bash?
I believe for this one, to your left. So I think the one I use is the... I think you could use the... I think I lock onto the spider track that like leaves out through to the front side. Oh, you can't. Okay,
I can't lock
so
onto
it's the
this.
one you're right.
So yeah,
the one you're right, and then I think you just...
Okay, this one's a lot harder than like the way forwards, but... Oh my god, that was close. Ah, man. Okay, that's fine.
Respawn the Sheegoth.
Yeah. It was probably worth checking that item.
Yeah, thankfully this slope jump isn't too bad. It's a little annoying because you have to like
Okay, we got it.
work with the spider track enough to get the speed to get it, but
Yeah.
not too bad. Nicely done.
Okay. I didn't really explain, but if you hold L in this game, which is how you strafe, like whenever you see the little crosshair in the center, I'm holding L. When you are in this strafe mode, Samus has no momentum. Like, you move the stick however you want, and that's exactly how fast she goes. So this is basically an I Would Be the Guy fan game. And so you have complete control over all of her momentum, and you actually also move faster than when you're not holding L. So for a lot of tricky jumps, we like jump and then turn sideways in the middle of the jump and stuff like that. You can do all kinds of wacky stuff just by holding L in this game. This does not have twin stick first-person shooter controls. It's like much more classic than that. It's before twin stick was standardized. Okay, I think this is a pretty good spot. I'm a little far. Oh god, I fell off. No! Yeah, this is... Oh, man. Well, we're doing it again.
Got you. Seems like this is just well enough and be like, yeah, like, on immediately jump off.
Oh, you cut out a little bit there. Can you say that again?
Oh, I just got that trick out. Never considered doing that. But I mean, I'm also more of a Prime 2 guy. Prime 1 rando I enjoy, but I like Prime 2's like system and world complexity more.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. Prime 2, like, you know, they had more than 1 year to design the game, so I guess they were able to like a little bit better think out the overall layout of the world and the different items required to get to different areas, and that can lead to like interesting rando routing.
Yeah, I'm shocked how efficiently they were able to work. I guess it helps when you have two of the same, more or less, collision, and then just setting up the environment art for the Dark World stuff.
Right, it's true. Not sure about this position, but I'll try. I think we're too low. We are way too low. Holy cow. Oh, slope jump? No. I literally got a slope jump off the top of the Sheegoth, like, unexpectedly.
That's awesome.
Okay. I could keep trying this. I could go through the Pirate Labs. I could try doing that other annoying slope jump and scan dash back. But, I don't know. I'll give this, like, another shot. And if I'm, like, doing horribly, then I'll just go through Pirate Labs again. It's kind of whatever, I guess. Let me think, and I'm just running through my mind to think about if there's like any other decent options for routing aside from the back of Fintrana elevator, but I think this is pretty ideal. Or I think it's our only option actually, is to get back here again. This would be way easier if I had power bombs, but I already used my one power bomb, because you have much more control over like where you kill the Sheegoth if you just one-shot it with the power bomb. I think this looks pretty good. All right, this is it. Come on. Oh my god, dude. I think I got a downward slope jump off the top of him that time, and it like caused me to lose some height or something. All right. I'll give it one more try.
It's alright. That's what this estimate's for. It's all good.
It's true. Oh god, we're already an hour in.
Ah, it's fine. You're good. You got everything. Once you get bombs, you're set.
Yeah.
I think you actually do need them for that one artifact, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I think Central Dynamo was like, get bombs right now.
I mean, I have never beaten this game without bombs, so...
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I skipped bombs for Prime Rando. Probably was like elevators, but...
Alright, buddy. This is it.
I think that's...
Oh god, I'm frozen.
Oh.
Please get up there.
Dude. Oh, what?
Oh my god, that's the problem. It's like, if you want to be at the top, you have to be kind of far away, and the closer you get, like, the lower he is, so it's like just really hard to find the balance. I'm just gonna go through Pirate Labs.
You gotta give me the controller now. Get a Hamachi set up.
Yeah, if we were still at Hamachi. What a throwback.
Get a team viewer session open.
Bash,
all
you know
the
the
inputs.
I Want to Be the Guy fan game community, they have this like multiplayer application that basically, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but they can basically play multiplayer in any fan game, where, well, it's the kind where you just sort of see the ghost of the other player, so you can like have them on screen with you, you know? So you're not actually interacting with each other's games, but like, that's kind of, I don't know, these social single player experiences like randomizers and stuff like that, they benefit so much from having that sort of thing. I think Ocarina of Time Multi-World can do the same thing. And
I know Anchor does for like Ship of Arcanian or like decomp based OT. I don't know about N64. It might work.
right. No, I'm probably thinking of decomp. Oh, a power bomb. Wait a minute. Now I have to try the Sheegoth again. Because I got a power bomb pickup. So I'm actually going to save while I have this power bomb, yeah. Oh, that's right. You can share saves if you do like the I Want to Be the Guy fan game multiplayer. There's an option to share saves with each other, which is pretty dang cool. All right. So we're trying now that we have this power bomb. I think we're trying the Sheegoth one more time. If it fails, I'll just load the save and do Pyro Labs. Why is this guy dodging my wave beam? Okay. You know, sometimes the spots where you lose a good, like, 10, 15 minutes are spots that you don't expect to lose 10, 15 minutes. Again, this is just an I Want to Be the Guy fan game. It's the same thing. Alright, come on, buddy. So this time I want it, like, part way. That might be a little far forward, but we're going to try it. Let's go. Okay, clean.
There you go.
First try. The things we do.
Gotta go immediately to
not
the
go
ship
through Pyro Labs.
and warp
Yep.
and try it again.
Okay. So so I can do Crashed Frigate. I probably won't because I think I have better options, but that is available to me. I mean, that's honestly not that bad of an option because I get 2 elevators at the end of that, and like almost guaranteed one of them takes me to the Chozo Ruins. But I think we'll do Magmore. Let's see. Okay, I just tried to save some time by scan dashing across this, but awkward collision. Okay, and we are going to save at the ship because it gets me my 1 power bomb back, and it's nice to have that. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to pop into the 1 Magmore elevator, the Lava Lake elevator, check that item real quick, and if it's no good, I think it'll actually just be faster to load the save and pop in the other elevator. But the main items we're looking for are Varia Suit and Morph Ball Bomb. Oh wait, we're going in this elevator. Okay. I'm really bad at navigating Talon Canyon with like speedrun tech. Like whether I boost ball or scan dash or whatever, I always feel like I'm just bumping into stuff and going slower. A fellow WannaFest enjoyer in chat. Okay. So we're popping into Magmore Caverns. Again, most of Magmore Caverns is superheated, so if you don't have Varia Suit, you take 10 damage per second. We have quite a few energy tanks at this point, so we can tank a lot of this damage and get some of the items anyway. Despite not having Varia Suit. This is the first one. That is a Power Bomb expansion. We want that.
Very nice.
Yoink. And we are out of here.
Oh, you definitely have progressive on because you're oh wait, no, I'm sorry. No, that is progressive. Yeah, you're taking 9 damage a second. Or it might be additive. Because otherwise you'd be taking 10 a second in Lava Lake and 5. And,
right.
The rest of Magmore.
Right. Yeah, I'm actually not sure. Maybe maybe it like ported progressive over to additive or something like that. Or maybe I just changed it and forgot
Maybe.
when that option was added. I don't know.
Possible.
Whatever. It's a tiny detail.
Okay.
Bash, can
Like
you
not all of Magmore is oh, go ahead.
Oh, can you climb this room without taking the elevators? Like easily? Can you like space jump onto the walls or something and get up there, or do you just have to wait for the
I
cycles?
think you can, but I don't know how. I just take the L.
Okay, and now we're heading to that other Magmore elevator, but the back half of Magmore is not superheated for some reason. I actually feel like the devs just But like, you have various suit at this point, and then just didn't bother putting the heat triggers in the back half of Magmore. Because they're like, it doesn't matter anyway. Let's have it not clog up the screen on our editor. Okay. Oh, there's a save station right here. I'll grab that real quick just to refill my energy. Okay, and we have a couple options now. We can try to power through some of Magmore and see what items we can find without Varia Suit. But first things first, I'm going to check the elevator. The other elevator in this room, because this room has 2 elevators connected to it. But actually, before that, there's an item in this room that I will check as well. And since Logic doesn't think I have power bombs yet, the Logic also thinks I can't get in that other elevator, which makes me think that maybe this item is useful. It's power bombs. Okay, so we're suddenly back in Logic. And we are in fact going to grab this. The main power bomb item gives you 4 power bombs, and
has a really big actor like model too.
Yeah,
particles coming out of it. You can see through like some of the other item locations.
Yeah,
it's like, wow, I wonder what that
funny.
is. Like main plaza tree just becomes a Christmas tree.
Yeah, Prime players know that this game is really, really stingy with giving you drops for power bomb ammo. So the more power bombs you can get, the better. Like,
yeah, it's like any ammunition. It's every room has a drop table, and the tables are different depending on like what the chances are. Some rooms I don't think drop power bombs at all.
Yeah,
others
exactly.
have like some rooms. I think a lot of the rooms in labs have like a individual like 2 out of 7 chance. So like you're reasonably like likely to get a power bomb if you like destroy all the block or all the boxes and stuff. But it's finicky. But then there are some that are just guaranteed drops. Like this zoomer coming up will always drop a power bomb.
And yes, those enemies are called zoomers. Yeah.
Sorry, Justins. They're called Justins.
There are. Oh, let's see where this elevator goes. Phase on Mines.
Nice.
Just
nice
get me
vanilla
to,
elevator.
Get me to the Choza. Get me to Choza Ruins. Come on. But anyway.
What kind of rando is this?
Yeah, we have situations where, I don't know, you have like 6 power bombs and you manage to run out, and then you're just running around like an idiot looking for power bombs, despite having so many of them. Okay, so we're in Phase on Mines. This is the late game area, and so it's a little more annoying to navigate. You need more items to get the items, harder enemies, the whole shebang. And so it's pretty amazing that I have to like go through the latest game area before I have access to the earliest game area. Okay. Bash, do you think I should go straight to upper mines, or should I do reverse lower? Oh, I don't have X-ray visor. I can't do that. Never mind.
I was like that. Yep, that kind of. Well, you get 1 item at least if you.
Yeah, I can pop in here, get the
PCA.
item. Watch it be X-ray.
Oh my god, if it is.
No. Yeah. So if I continue backwards through here, that's the Omega Pirate fight, and you need X-ray visor to do damage to him. So I actually can't proceed back through that area because I can't kill Omega
Are you able
Pirate.
to? Are you able to skip him, or does that door lock when you enter?
I don't think it's possible to skip. I would have to review that, but I feel like if it was,
makes sense.
then I would have made note of that. Okay. So we're just gonna continue proceeding backwards through Phase on Mines. Okay. So now I can do reverse upper mines or forward lower mines. You know, maybe this is a good... Wait, do you... Bash, do you actually need bombs for Central Dynamo?
Yes.
What
I
do you
believe
need
you're
it
soft
for?
locked if you because you won't be able to. I don't think you can bomb out of the. Oh
Like-
yeah,
like
you need
during the-
bombs. You need bombs for the little puddles.
Oh, yeah. Okay, okay. That's fine.
And I think you always have to do interact with the puddle to get to the power bombs. I don't think there's a way. I don't think there's a maze permutation that lets you do it without the things.
So there's a big
bomb.
trigger in front of this doorway that causes this guy to burst out and you do a little mini boss fight, but with a clever jump you can get over the trigger. There we go. And skip
Nicely
that fight. it's a really, really easy fight, but it's more fun to skip the fight, so we just always go for it. Or I do anyway. This is the boombox.
I forget who called this boombox, but shoutouts. Perfect name.
Okay.
Also, I feel like boombox like disproportionately has progression a lot. Not this time, but yeah. Sometimes.
Bash, I don't have spider ball.
Oh, and you don't have bomb. Oh wow. this rando.
Oh my god. Let's just give you all 4 beams in phase Hansu immediately, and then just not give you bombs for the entire seed.
Do you know the spiderless climb out of PVC?
No, and it's not in logic. We're doing Crash Frigate. Or we could go backwards through Magmore, actually. That would be maybe more lucrative, but Crash Frigate has 2 elevators. Magmore has a couple elevators as well. I don't know. I'm torn between the 2. Any gamers want to weigh in? Should we do Crash Frigate or some of Magmore? Get these guys out of the way. And you're supposed to have Spider Ball to climb up out of here, but it's quite skippable using some more standable terrain. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, there's this scaffolding that Dan's jumping on, and it's a whole bunch of it's standable, and you can even slope jump off of parts of it because it's angled downwards.
Yeah, but the collision is just so awkward.
But it is narrow, so it's easy to fall off if you're not careful.
Yeah.
And then what Dan's also gonna have to contend with is this mega turret at the top of the room that will absolutely lock in and lock on, and
there we go.
ruin his day.
The turret usually doesn't give me trouble, but okay.
Or we could just do this as a backup too, yeah. But you can climb that scaffolding all the way to the top and then slope jump
okay,
off
yeah,
the
I
top.
never do that. I always just go this way.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, this is a bit safer.
Yeah. These turrets, like, if they hit you, you go flying. Especially if you're holding L. For some reason, when you take knockback from enemies and you're, like, in the strafe mode, you just... You fly, like, 2 or 3 times as far as you normally would. So, you just get yeeted across the room. Okay, and we're out of here. This takes us back to Magmore. And then we can decide if we... I think since we're in Magmore, I will proceed backwards through Magmore a little bit. I think that's the play.
Understandable.
But I'm going to take the save here first.
But yeah, one thing I was going to mention earlier is that a lot of the back section of Magmore is actually not superheated, which is a little weird because like you're going through some of the caverns with lava in them, and you're not taking damage. So Retro, I just was like, you know what, Twin Fires Tunnel's fine. They're not going to get past this room.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. But the devs just like, you know, figured it was impossible to get here without various suits, so they just, for the sake of having less clutter in the editor, in like the level editor, they just like didn't add the superheated trigger. I don't know.
I'll have to get the practice mod and see if they fixed that. I don't think they changed that at all in remastered.
Oh yeah,
Though you still get various suit anyway, so it's like never in speedruns. It's never like a. It's not like it affects any percent all that much.
Right.
Low percent, it absolutely does, because now, at least no one's done RTA yet, but I think 20% is technically possible on GameCube. Definitely is on Wii.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, there's an item in this room that we have to skip because we don't have Morph Ball Bomb yet. This gap you can just R-jump to get across instead of breaking the stalactite, even though it's funny because it falls onto that guy. You get to see him get crushed by it, but whatever.
There's a Magmore in this room. You can do it too. I didn't remastered.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's like if he spawns in that position, then you get the stalactite to fall quickly enough. Okay,
we're back to the superheated area. You normally need Spider Ball to get across here, but there's plenty of jumps that make it not required. I fell in anyway. That's fine. You can. I went through backwards so you could just jump out, but if you go through forwards, you can't easily jump out of there if you fall in. Sun Tower, finally. Choza Ruins, let's go. Wait, yeah. Okay, we don't need bombs.
figure out where bombs are. There must be
They have to be in Chosen Ruins. I do have like maybe intermediate or beginner heat runs in Logic, so I think it expects us
that
to.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then this one that's reasonable because you just have to jump.
Yeah.
If they're vanilla bombs in this seed, that'd be funny.
Vanilla bombs? Oh no.
They happen frequently enough on like standard rando settings. And that's another thing. Sometimes this randomizer expects you to do point of no return checks. So saving frequently is very important.
Yeah. That's
It's quite easy to soft lock in these games.
Yeah, something
Not
that I think
as
I was,
much in Prime, but oh, go ahead.
I think I was. That's kind of whatever. We like skip most grapple beam stuff anyway.
Never have to worry about Quarantine Cave ever again.
Yeah. Oh, real quick. This is Main Plaza. There's a bunch of items in here that are like really easy to get. Like you're supposed to have boost ball to go up this half pipe, but you could just like jump in there. Again, if you're any decent with, I don't know, your left index finger to hold the L button, you can do that sort of stuff. This one is you're supposed to like go this crazy route like through the training chamber and then come out like on that ledge and use the grapple beam. But again, you could just like jump and grab this item.
I lost your Discord feed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let me get that back real quick. Oh, my game capture program like crashed or something.
Uh-oh.
That's fine. My screen's gonna go black for a second while that reinitializes, but all right, we're back, and I'm going to just re-enable that screen share real quick.
Cute. Very considerate, letting me have almost lag-free viewing.
Yep.
There we go. I'm good.
Okay. You can super missile that thing on the tree to get the item. I'm gonna show this off because I didn't get the chance, but if you don't have super missile, you can actually peek at this item by like standing here and jumping up and down and clipping the camera in, and you can see that item. That's actually a nothing, so I'm not even gonna waste missiles on it. Okay, there is a lot to do here in Chosen Ruins. I am going to check this elevator first. Probably take us to the back of Talon. Yep. That is worth a quick detour because I could just clean these items up real quick, I think. All right. Yeah, so one thing pretty special about this randomizer logic is enabling what they call dangerous actions, which is going into an area that would normally be a soft lock, but then the item actually gets you out of the soft lock that's in the area. I was talking to Dunk about it, and Dunk said that dangerous actions is actually like a pretty non-trivial thing to incorporate into randomizer logic, and there are other randomizers that simply don't have that sort of flexibility. But in Randomania, you can choose dangerous actions. Do you just want them to be randomly considered, like anything can be a dangerous action? Do you want the randomizer to only place it as a last resort, like it's run out of other places to place that item? Or do you want to just turn them off completely so that you never have to like worry about potential soft locks? It's really cool and flexible, and it's just another way of demonstrating how like thorough and complex the logic system is in Randomania. Easy spider ball skip to get up here. You just jump on the spider track. Do I need bombs in here for anything?
You need it to get past the first, like, there's like a little part of the hole before the half pipe. You could trial boost it, but it's
Wait, needed to get past what?
Ways.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, that
There's a little square section.
Dude, that wall boost is so annoying. I completely forgot about that. I'm not doing it. And then I can't even get to lower because I can't bomb over the gate. Why did I even come here? Well, I got that one item. All right, we're leaving. It's just my brain is not like calibrated to not have bombs for this long. Yeah, it's so stupid, man.
I would do the exact same thing. Just like, where are my bombs? They should be here.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the one check, but yeah, it's a time.
I was like, oh, this is a worthy detour. I could just clean this up real quick. No. Clean up nothing. Pick up one crumb. Okay, well, back to Chosen Ruins, where there is, in fact, a lot of stuff that we can get very quickly. We're going to pop in here, which this leads to a dead end, so it's really nice to just, like, come in here, grab the items, and come out. Like, no routing considerations to make. And we have a lot of skips as well. There's a boss trigger here that we could just jump over. Oh, and since we did the backup Chosen Ruins earlier, these ghosts are going to be spawning everywhere. They just kind of kill the vibe, and they're really annoying. Okay, normally you use Morph Ball Bomb to break that, but we don't have that, so we use Power Bomb. There's a setting in the randomizer that's just called Knowledge, and Knowledge is actually stuff like, yeah, being able to break certain Morph Ball Bomb stuff with Power Bomb. And you can choose your skill level in the Knowledge category, like if you're beginner, advanced, or expert. That's actually something you can do with everything. So L jumps, R jumps, standable terrain, combat, knowledge, wall boost, bomb jump, bomb space jump. There's like over a dozen of these categories where you can actually set, do you want to turn this trick off, or do you want to do like beginner, intermediate, advanced, expert? And it generates a seed that is like within the lines of what you have chosen for your skill level in every single trick. It's one of the coolest things about this randomizer, and makes it extremely accessible, because you can start with like generating a vanilla like glitchless seed, and then as you get better at some of these tricks, you can slowly dial up the difficulty over time, and it like really encourages you to learn these tricks so that you have the chance to do that. Okay,
Yeah, your ability to... Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, just got to explain this real quick. This is Tower of Light. You normally need 36 missiles to break these pillars, but we can use these dash jumps and standable terrain to skip that requirement. Even though we have enough missiles, it just takes a long time, and this is way, way faster to get up there. But anyway, go ahead, Bash, with what you were saying.
Yeah, it gets really rewarding, especially for Prime 1, where you can just... checks that would otherwise be kind of segmented based on like, oh, well, I have this item, so or I don't have this item yet, I can't get it. And then it's like, oh, well, I know this set of movement or tricks to otherwise put this in logic. So being able to more thoroughly clear out... even like especially with more early game areas where you don't have space jump yet, and just being able to be more efficient, it's very rewarding in that sense.
Okay, we always like more power bombs. We got 7 now out of 8.
Got 1 left.
Yep. See if I can boost out of here, save some time. Underwater movement's really slow without gravity suit. Gamer, what if Flagra has bombs? That'd be funnier than vanilla bombs, honestly. Oh wait, Flagra can't have bombs because I can't get in Flagra's arena. Yeah.
Only way it's possible is if you literally start like in Sun Chamber Act.
Right, yeah, I forgot. Okay.
Shoutouts to was it 2021 Prime Tournament? Inner Slice versus Sasquatch.
That actually happened.
That or 2022 is one of those years. Inner Slice versus Sasquatch Prime Rando. It's on YouTube somewhere. Speed gaming.
Okay. Now we're taking the Hive Totem loop. This is the very first place you go in the game, pretty much. Like after you start the game, you enter the landing site, you head to Chosen Ruins, and then you take this route. And you do this with no items, and it gets you missiles. But there's a bunch of additional items along the way. Right. There's an artifact, which, guess what? I can't get it because I don't have bombs. So we're going to have to come back to that later, unfortunately. This next room, there's 2 items I can get. One is...
Oh yeah, I forgot about Nursery.
One is free. Just another energy tank. Man, this game is just setting me up for heat runs, isn't it? I kind of regret skipping the energy tank and gravity chamber because I forgot about the potential for heat runs. Then in here... This one, I'm going to kill the bees.
It's a gnarly
first.
wall boost.
Yeah, it's not that hard. It's just awkward because it sends you flying at weird angles.
The camera likes to... I mean, shout out to the Mark H. Hutchinson camera, but definitely coming up to the barrier of like, well, what if I want to do this?
Okay.
Which the game doesn't intend.
Is that the only beehive in here? I think so.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Yeah, so you normally need bombs to hop up into there, but we don't have bombs, so we have to like use... Oh my god, I
Gamer.
am...
Wow.
I am balling.
Incredible.
I am the Nintendo GameCube. Okay. Yeah, that trick is called a wall
Sometimes
boost.
in certain rooms.
You can, so that one, there's like kind of a slope, so you can boost up the slope, but other times it looks basically what's like a flat wall, and you have to like boost up the wall in order to make those little hops. That one's one of the easier ones. Wait, it's a suit? Is that Varia or Gravity? It is Gravity suit. Okay, whatever, I'll take it. And it's a missile. Do I go backwards or forwards here? What's faster? Probably forwards, because I boost ball. Okay, so we got gravity suit. Crash Frigate is now pleasant to do, and I'm actually kind of worried that that's what the logic wants me to do next, but I'll just continue doing what I can in Chozo Ruins for the time being, because I'm already here.
I mean, now it won't be a pain in the butt, so it's not a huge... It's a bit of a consolation prize.
Yeah. Okay, we're an hour and 30 minutes in. If I don't find bombs in the next, like, 10 minutes, we're going over estimate. I literally I turned all the difficulty settings down to make sure I got a safe seed, and it still gives me some garbage.
Marathon luck
Yeah,
is all
that's true.
I have to say.
Whatever.
Like, every time, it's just like... Always does something.
Yeah. So, okay, so now we're heading deeper into Chozo Ruins. Let's see. Magma Pool is safe now, since I have Gravity Suit, so we'll do that. This is a superheated room that you normally need Various Suit and Grapple Beam. I do have Grapple Beam, but you can't use the grapple points while you're taking damage, so I can't go through the vanilla way. I have to do a pretty crazy scan dash to get across. And if I fall in the lava, I can jump out thanks to having Gravity Suit, but we'll see if I get this. Let's go.
Nice. You can also, those crates that Dan destroyed, you can do an infinite speed there, and that's actually what one of the 80% routes does to get power bombs early.
Right.
It's not the optimal route anymore, but it's for like the beginner friendly, like just starting out route. That's the infinite speed you do for power bombs.
This is like the worst item in the
really
game.
nice.
Like, casual players are never going to find this.
Yeah.
Like, that one's just mean. There's like a little sound cue when there's a pickup nearby, and you like can't really hear this one because it's too far away. So there's no good way of knowing that that's there. Let's check this item real quick on the left side of the screen here. That is just a missile expansion, so we're not going in there. You need Spider Ball to get that item, and I don't have Spider Ball, so it's good that it's not required.
There's one thing I want to say, and it's that for every chug you do, except for like Train Chamber, a Vanilla Bomb gets a bit more likely each time.
That is true. Okay.
If it actually happens to be vanilla, it's amazing.
If you're wondering why I'm picking up nothings, it's because the game normally has 12 artifacts, but I set it to only 6 artifacts. So 6 of those 12 artifacts that I don't need to pick up are replaced with nothings. And I also started with a couple items like Missile Launcher and Ice Beam, and so those also get replaced with nothings.
Yeah, I think you have 9 total. So Charge Beam, the 2 startings, and then the 6 artifacts.
True. Okay.
So even more opportunities.
That room at the top takes you to Flagra, but I can't get there without bombs. Okay. This is Gathering Hall. And there are... Ow. A lot of items that I can get that literally just happened to me twice. I'm bad. Okay.
I thought you were Bash.
Oh, yeah. I'm BashPrime. Okay. That's just a missile. And then we're going to head into Watery Hall, where there's a whole bunch of items we can scoop up nice and quickly. Including this one right here. Extremely free item. Okay, here you have to like scan all of the nodes in order to open up the gate. But I'm gonna jump in here first. There's an item underwater that I'm gonna grab real quick. Slightly more optimal to get this first because in the unlikely chance that it's Spider Ball, it will prevent some backtracking because there's gonna be a Spider Ball check coming up in a moment here. Another nothing. Excellent. And I can get in here with Power Bomb. And... this is the Dynamo. There's 2 items in here, but one of them requires Spider Ball, so I can only get 1 item. Just a missile. Bash, I don't like this seed.
Indeed.
Ah, man. Okay. so we are gonna proceed forward. So I'm gonna hit a dead end unless I find Morph Ball Bomb. And I'm coming up on the vanilla Morph Ball Bomb check, which is a boss fight. So I'll take a safety save.
Oh my goodness, did it make both the mines elevators vanilla? I think it did.
Really?
I just realized, yeah.
I wasn't.
I'm not sure what you have left.
No, phase on processing. Oh, you're right. That is vanilla. You're, what?
That's amazing.
Okay, whatever.
So you have to. Oh wait, no. Oh no. I'm. Yeah, I think that's the case. So. Oh.
Yeah. Whatever, dude. Crash frigate seems likely.
If bombs are in frigate, then you have to go to frigate.
Yeah,
regardless.
that's fine. I have gravity suit, so it's not that bad.
Yeah. It's really funny.
Yeah, but first we fight Bernie Sanders. Yeah.
I need some content here. Oh my goodness.
This is the vanilla Morph Ball Bomb location. So you fall down, and in order to get back up those tunnels, you need Morph Ball Bomb, or you can wall boost out, like do one of these things to get out. But it's pretty tough to get out of here with wall boost. So if these items are useless, then I'm just gonna load my save that I just made, so I can skip that. Yeah, this fight is notorious in speedrunning because the weak spot can take anywhere between 0 extra seconds, 5 extra seconds, or 10 extra seconds to appear. And it's just complete RNG. So speedrunners, they can literally just lose like 20 plus seconds to this boss fight for no reason at all. Pretty awful.
I think it's weighted so that the extremes are. It's like a bell curve. So I think the extremes are less likely to happen overall. But you have 35 seconds of variance in this auto scroller fight.
Yeah, the randomizer
Plus or
has,
minus
the randomizer has an option to make this RNG deterministic. So if you're like doing races, then everyone gets the same RNG on this fight. But it's actually broken. You always get the fastest pattern.
Really?
Yeah, it's been
That's
broken
awesome.
for like I think
didn't know that.
ever since that option existed, I think it's been broken, honestly. And so, yeah, just get the fastest pattern. It's like a pre-run optimization.
Oh,
my god!
no.
What did I get in the other room?
Oh.
Was it an energy tank? I think it was.
It wasn't bombs.
Yeah, it wasn't bombs. Okay, so I'm gonna
Not making more shoe happy today.
I'm gonna give these wall boosts like a few seconds, cause
I love bombs go mode.
okay, we're loading the save.
Yeah, I think you're just. I think this game's just telling you to go to frigate. Like I'm trying to think of like what you haven't checked, but I'm
kind of mad because I was like considering going to Crash Frigate like at least a half hour ago. But to be fair, I didn't have gravity suit until recently, so that'll save me some time in there.
Yeah, frigate's just one of those areas that's like it's not that long, but it's still like enough of a commitment where like you don't want to do it unless you're like, you know what, like I got all these items, I'm just gonna go there.
Yeah. Okay, what is the best way to Talon?
Let's see.
I think it's Sun Tower.
Yes, I believe so.
Gamer, you know what? I think I also have maybe intermediate wall boost, so it could
Where'd
want
the
me to
main-
do Life Grove.
Where'd the front entrance of Trozo go? I'm sorry to interrupt. I went to Magma, right? I think.
Main Plaza elevator, Great Tree
Yeah.
Hall upper.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so as I was saying,
yeah,
relevant
Sun Tower.
because like Life Grove might actually be in logic because I have intermediate wall boost on.
Oh,
And or maybe
That's a
maybe
good
I set
point.
wall boost to beginner, I forget, but I think it's intermediate, which I honestly should have set it to beginner. And
I mean, if you're able to do it, then you can try.
yeah, I can. Let me think. I should probably just take a safety save. I mean, I already had that one save, but this one is slightly closer, so I'm just gonna grab this save real quick, and then we'll give it a shot. And
This is your run. You can do whatever you want.
well, yes, but I'm also bad at the game, and I like the opinions of people who are not bad at the game.
Oh, don't kid yourself.
Okay.
I'm bad too. Or I shouldn't kid myself. I don't know what the saying is. I'm just bad.
Great, you call up as faster. We just do reverse frigate. Yeah, let me just get from upper to lower without bombs.
Is there some like crazy wall boost you can do? I don't know if it's even like RTA viable.
I have no idea.
Might be a task only thing.
Another option is heat runs through Magmor. I have a ton of energy tanks now, so that's on the table. There's actually a lot of stuff aside from Crash Frigate. But I'm going to mess with these wall boots for a little bit and for a couple minutes, see how that goes. I think the one forwards is a little bit easier than the one backwards, so if I go forwards and don't get any good items, I could just load my save and then head to Crash Frigate. It's like, it's one thing when you only have one option and it's like something you don't want to do, but if you have like 3 options and you don't want to do any of them, then that's also...
Indeed.
Yeah. Oh, nice, I fell.
Also a theme of a Prime 1 randomizer. Falling down.
Oh, yeah. So, if you... In Prime 1...
Fun fact, I've had Boost Ball in Life Grove.
In Prime 1, if you walk off of a ledge and you start falling, you are completely inactionable until you touch the ground. Like, you can't double jump, you can't change your momentum or anything. It's just whatever you got, you're falling until you hit the ground. It's so bizarre. They changed it in Prime 2, but don't know why it's like that way. It really, really punishes...
What makes Out of Bounds so good in that game.
Yeah, true. But in Prime 1, it just heavily punishes falling off of ledges.
Shoutouts to the upcoming Prime 2 tournament, because they're the default is to ban Out of Bounds unless you do a Racers agreement.
Okay.
Very excited to see people go to Portal Chamber just for the dead end, get the item, peace out.
I forget if I had like a technique for doing this or not.
Yeah, wall boosting is very precise because you kind of need to boost as soon as you like touch the wall, but the way the physics work, it's very like particular about like I think how the morph ball moves up.
Yeah, this is also a really weird tunnel because it's not like, instead of it being like a normal morph ball tunnel, it's just like normal floor collision. So like there are walls on the front and back of me that I can sort of roll into as well, and I can't remember if I want to like be rolling diagonally into a wall or if I just want to go straight up. Can't quite remember, but oh my god, that was close. Okay.
There.
And there's like 3 items in here that I can get, so you know, really want this to be possible. Come on, man. That was a really good one too. God, I can't wait to put this marathon like 30 minutes behind right at the beginning of the event.
It's the strat. That's the power move.
Yeah. It's like, we just got back from SGDQ, and I'm just like, oh, you thought you could sleep? Huh. That was the closest one so far. Oh my god, that was good too. Alright, we're gaming.
It'll happen. Can I make a power move, Dan?
Yes.
All right, I want chat to guess the number of additional times it's going to take for Dan to get this wall boost. I'm curious what your guesses are, chat.
All right, I'm starting the count now, so that's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that was good too. 11, 12.
Also,
Dang it.
chat, get owned. I just wanted to post numbers in chat. Thank you.
13.
You fulfilled my dream. Well done.
15. 16. What's the cutoff
That's
point?
close.
Like 50?
255.
Okay.
Maximum integer -1 to account for signed integers.
Yeah, but if I get it on 256, then you could say I've gotten it on the 0th try.
Oh, yeah, there you go. First try. I like the way you think.
Okay, I'm gonna change up my strat and hold upright instead of right when going up the wall. Maybe that'll help. That was good. Okay, maybe upright is the strat. Hold on. Everyone having a good time? Oh, what? What was that? What?
Nice.
I've never... Dude,
Would you say that's never happened before?
yes. That's extremely... I just, like, went into the stratosphere. What was that? The game is, like, just taunting me. Just like, oh, you want a wall boost?
The Goldilocks problem.
Oh, my God. Like, I want to know what polygon I hit to make that happen. Like, because this is important knowledge, but I just have no idea what caused that. You know? And now it's like, I can't give up, because if I can get a wall boost like that, then... Oh my God.
I'm gonna give you another minute.
Don't even need it. Let's go, baby.
Yo, let's go.
It's time to ball. And now I'm gonna get 3 missile
ballin'.
expansions. Alright, so this is item number
Great.
1. Okay.
That was the last one.
That's the last power bomb.
Return on your investment. There you go.
There's an energy tank. Alright, one more item to go. It's either bombs or I just wasted all your time. Oh wait, I can skip that. What do we got? It's X-ray visor. French vanilla
Wow.
X-ray visor.
That's incredible.
What if
You
a
need
Mega
that.
Pirate has...
You
oh,
do
no.
need that.
I do. Wait, you're right. Oh my God. So I can't load my save now. We're wall boosting
here's the
back.
thing: the wall boost back, I believe, is easier.
I think you're-
the wall boost
yeah.
back is I get it randomly, and it's like it's great when it
Yeah,
happens.
I think you're right. So there's a fight in this room that you can skip just by doing that R jump. To get out of there. Saves a lot of time. Okay.
This room sucks. The collision is so bad.
Yeah, so this half pipe
Worst
is...
room in the game.
Metroid Prime has like special rules for half pipe for boost ball, and they just didn't apply it in this room. I think they just made it like normal collision, and so you just get stuck and lose all your momentum randomly. Oh, that was easy. Okay. All right, so we got X-ray visor. Next up is Crash Frigate, I believe.
I think we've ruled out everywhere else where bombs can be, so they have to be in either cargo freight lift or biohazard containment.
Oh God.
My money's on biohazard. You got really early supers.
They could also be in lower mines because I got an X-ray visor.
If we're reading to the logic right, yeah. God, if that's required, oh my God.
Yeah, gamer. It could also be ventilation shaft. I didn't check vent shaft.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
You have. Right. You do have boost, so that's not a I don't think you had boost, right? You got boost really late.
Oh, that's true.
Well, that's logical now with the power bombs you found. So
Yeah.
yeah, it could be vent shaft.
Dude, I have 10 minutes left in estimate and 0 artifacts.
Be fine. We'll be done eventually.
This is just like, man, it's like the GDQ back-to-back W's on going over estimate at the beginning of the marathon.
It's extra marathon value.
It
you know?
is.
Game is deciding to be rude. the randomizer experience, and we've contained, we've captured it, shown it to chat.
Wait, where am I even going? Sun Tower elevator, right? That's
yeah,
main
you gotta
plaza.
turn around.
Oh, why have I done this? I was like autopiloting. Well, there goes another minute.
That's all right. Now we're just invested in going as overestimated as possible. It's great. I think I've had a marathon run go like half an hour overestimate, and I lived, so you'll be fine. Maybe.
Yeah, that's more
Don't know
up to
how.
Walsk.
Yeah, I don't know how hostile Walsk is to overestimate runners.
I will find out.
Might have to make another video game as your penance.
Adding another one to my list. I'm already working on like 3 games. And after SGDQ, I'm adding a 4th as well.
Oh my.
Because I got a really good idea for a game in SGDQ.
Is it Kaizo?
No.
Grand Prix World 5.
I won't tell you anything about the substance of the game, but the title is Roomba Gun Hockey. So feel free to draw your own conclusions.
For some reason, I'm thinking of Windjammers. I'm not sure why. Not exactly the same thing.
I'm gonna heat run. Look at my energy tanks.
Oh yeah, you're yeah.
Let's go.
You just saved, right? So,
Did I?
well, I don't know.
Did I save after getting X-ray?
I don't know. I can't
Did
remember.
not. All right. Well,
I mean, you can check Fiery Shores real quick. I mean, that actually might be reasonable.
Spider Ball.
Like, as long as you don't go to Triclops Pit, you're probably okay.
yeah, I think you're right.
Oh! Well, that's really nice, because now it reminds us just trivial.
Okay. Now it is time to strategize.
That might be the logic.
I can't get to this elevator realistically, so.
Yes, you need bombs.
All right, we're gonna get a little
You
spicy.
have
I think.
3 checks right there, but if you try to go to Triclops Pit, I think you're gonna lose too much health.
Yeah, I'm
This,
not.
I
I'm not
think,
going to
is-
Triclops Pit. Oh man.
Could play it safe and just do Shore Tunnel and then come back, but
No, this is a marathon.
oh, that's right. We can just go more overestimate if we die. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you definitely saved after your last actual after gravity. I think so. Yeah, because what?
Wait a minute.
Oh, I mean, you don't have bombs for
No.
Fiery Shores lower, but there's apparently the boost is free.
I don't want to. That I'm not risking.
Okay, that's fair. I've had bombs there though. Like this, I've had bombs on lower Fiery Shores in a tournament.
God.
It's great.
Wait, this is actually getting dangerous. Hold on, Bash.
Yeah.
What have I done?
You're gaming. I think you'll get there with some Eternal Spirit, as long as you just get the dash and cross and stuff.
Should I boost through the next room?
Yes, you absolutely should.
You sure?
Yes. Oh yeah, you'll make it. You'll make it.
That was a horrible boost, dude. What have you done? Okay, we're good.
Okay. I mean, I didn't think it'd be that. I didn't think it'd be that close, but you know, it's all good. All right, now go run to some Zoomers and then do it all over again.
Oh man. Okay.
You're doing great. Chat. Can we get some support for Dan here? He's doing a great job. I'm not being sarcastic. He's doing fantastic. Because I would be losing my my gosh darn mind trying to figure out where bombs are.
Thanks, Bash. I need to go back into Magmore, but like, yeah, we are diverting to take a save, and that energy tank is just taunting me there. But you need bombs to get it, so watch me die to these beetles.
Also, I'm also happy because I figured out my my MIDI volume and channel panning issue
Oh, GG.
for Donkey Kong for DK64randomizer.com.
Powerbomb strat for Vault. That's kind of funny. I assume it's like involves wall boosting.
That last ion is so dangerous sometimes.
Yeah.
If you get stuck, you just take a bunch of damage.
All right.
Paying attention. I have 3 monitors. It's all good.
Back to Magmore. Okay, so what was next again?
This way, we get a bit more time with Dan Salvato. Like, you know, 2 hours is the estimated time that you would see Dan Salvato. Now we get to see more Dan Salvato.
I should be playing Yoshi's Story. I'm actually good at that game. Bash, I forget where we plan to. Oh yeah, Crash Frigate. That's right. But
Can't wait to get Yoshi's Story into Archie. Get some progressive egg capacity in there.
we
Unlock ground pounds.
unlock ground
Unlock the
pounds.
sniff.
I don't know.
The sniff's the validator item.
I actually thought about how you do like a Yoshi Story randomizer. I think there are some cool things you could do, but it would take a lot of thought, and we would also have to reverse engineer the game, which hasn't really been done yet. So,
Fair enough.
but I thought it'd be cool if you like randomize. Like right now, all the Yoshis are the same except for black and white Yoshis. But what if you like randomize the stats for the different Yoshi colors? So,
Oh wow.
one of them would have like horrible tongue, you know, that like has no distance, but then you get like incredible flutters or something. And then another one would have like giant egg explosions. I don't know, that'd be pretty dang cool. Okay, yeah, so Crash Frigate is the play. There's only 3 items in Crash Frigate though. And then after that, there's like, we've barely touched phase on mines at this point, and now that we have a Spider Ball and X-Ray Visor, there's like a lot we can do in phase on mines. So we have our options here. I'm almost tempted to do phase on mines first because the elevator's right here for it, but oh no, the on the other side of Crash Frigate, that elevator will also lead to phase on mines, so we're fine. Get phase on mines either way. All right.
Say, I think the random elevators do make Prime 1 Rando a lot more interesting. I played a lot of Prime Rando a few years back, and I think I burned myself out of just doing the standard settings. So like having the extra attributes like room rando, door rando, elevator rando, like different types, like I think it really adds a lot of life to this randomizer.
Yeah.
Or this game as a randomizer.
Yeah, randomizing the door locks is especially interesting because, again, like in vanilla, it's like once you get Ice Beam, you just all of a sudden have access to like the majority of the game. But if you randomize door locks, then it not only can hit you with inaccessible door locks at every turn, but they also add a lot more types of door locks. So you get like Charge Beam, Morph Ball Bomb, Power Bomb, Super Missile, and all the charge combos actually as possible door locks. And so the item requirements just all of a sudden get a lot more interesting, and you have to juggle a lot more in your head and be smarter with your routing with door lock randomizer.
Yep. Prime 2 is pretty cool with door locks. It has, thanks to Dunk, it has Dark Visor doors, Echo Visor doors, Screw Attack doors. But the best door is the permanently locked door. my absolute favorite.
I recently removed permanently locked door from my door lock randomizer settings.
Oh, you do. You mainly do you do solo? No, do you do individual doors or type doors? I can't remember.
Individual.
Okay. So that pirate was doing the shuffle there for a
I
second.
know, he's always kind of a gamer.
Really likes getting in your personal space too.
Yeah. Normally they
Pirate
like
is a name,
spiral
huh?
into you and blow up on contact, but that guy just like flopped onto the ground in front of me. Okay. We're entering Crash Frigate. By the way, you're not supposed to be able to shoot missiles that fast in quick succession. That's a rapid fire missile. If you just, there's a couple ways to do it, but if you basically just hit the A button immediately after shooting missile, then you can shoot another missile again right away. And that still works in Prime Remastered, actually, which is pretty cool. Okay. You don't need the thermal visor for this. I'm just using it because it gives me like lock on. It lets me lock on to these power conduits, and I can like shoot them more quickly that way. But that's what one of the things that thermal visor is supposed to be for in this game, is being able to see these power conduits, because there's no visual cue for them otherwise. Except for like this rectangular grate that if you know to recognize it, but... Okay, we're coming up on item number 1 in the Crash Frigate. Is it gonna be bombs? Place your votes. It is... missile. Alright, well, 2 more to go.
Still hoping for that, my god, match. You have to go back to Warrior Shrine. If that's the that is the orphan play of all time, that's gonna be horrible.
This
That's
is
a
like...
horrible bomb location.
Oh, man. That would actually be incredible. Like, to the point where it's worth giving pro players this intermediate seed and making them play it. Yeah, we're officially overestimate, and we don't have bombs, and we have 0 out of 6 artifacts.
It's good. It's all good.
Oh, man. Please let me down. Thank you. Okay, item number 2. Well, we have 1 more chance, and then it's off to phase on mines. Where the heck is Varia Suit? Dude, what if Varia Suit's in Dynamo in Chozo Ruins? The 1 spider ball check.
Could be that too. Yeah, that was a rude. Yeah, getting spider that late was unfortunate.
Am I going backwards?
Hydro access?
Oh my god, dude.
Oh my god, you might actually have to. Oh no, you can't do gravity now. So never mind. That's yeah, never mind. Don't do what I suggested, because you will be stuck.
Sometimes I accidentally go backwards in that room because I think of the next room where you have to jump back out of the water to progress. Okay.
Oh no, you're approaching hydro access. Sorry.
Yeah. There's no items in this room. And those pirates are like a complete non-threat as well, so we just ignore them.
There's going to be a more tunnel coming up, and you don't want to go in there.
Wait.
Yeah, you don't have bombs, right? So,
you're right.
Yeah.
Dude.
Sorry, I hate to see,
No, I wasn't listening to you before, so going backwards was the correct play. I like accidentally autopiloted going backwards, and I'm like, wait, I need to be going forwards, and then I went forwards, not listening to BashPrime saying not to go into Hydro Access Tunnel.
It's all good.
But yeah, we're actually going backwards. And, okay, so I could get that 1 spider ball check in Chozo Ruins. I can go to Phase on Mines, which really seems to be the play at this point. Could, do some more heat runs in Magmore. I was like, oh, this is good routing, because the backside of Crash Frigate takes us to Phase on Mines. But no, not good routing. Where does, Bash, we haven't checked the back of Chozo save station elevator yet. Where does that go by process of elimination? Oh, Magmore. That would go into, Monitor Station.
Monitor Station, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
I guess that could be mine as well, but, yeah, we actually haven't ruled that out yet, have we?
That's true.
Does the map station open that up? I can't remember if it does. I know in Echoes it does, but I forget if it does it for Prime.
It might actually be worth, no, never mind. Now is not the time to get spicy with the routing.
Yeah. Understandable.
Okay. I'm actually going to, like... I actually should ask the, should ask Walsk, like, how overestimate this should go before we should just, like, kill the run. Like,
Fair.
That's, at this point, it's probably worth knowing because this could... I think worst case scenario, this would go, like, 45 minutes overestimate. Best case scenario, 30 minutes overestimate.
We've lost a bit of time. So up to Wolsk, I guess.
Been setting
Again,
up the
though,
next
more
run while I'm
dansalvato.
going. Okay.
Dansalvato's never.
Yeah, who is next, by the way? What's the next run? Like, whose time am I eating into?
It is gonna be Super Monkey Ball Blind Event. It's a showcase with Walker, DMT Goobs, Mobius, and Am Zero.
I'm eating into Super
Fernando.
Monkey Ball. Oh, man. This is now just officially like the Super Monkey Ball waiting room, isn't it? Wait, I get 3 more minutes? I don't even think that's
Better
enough
find those
time for me
bombs,
to... I don't even think that's
Guess
enough
we'll
time
find
for me
them
to
and
get to
then be
face
done.
lines, dude. Oh, man.
I mean, do you have the spoiler at all?
Well, if I only have 3 minutes, there's not even any point in checking the spoiler. I'll check it, like, after the run gets killed.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah, what a seed.
Yeah.
Just hiding bombs away somewhere.
I'm like... I've literally been doing, like, hard settings door lock randomizer on stream and have been getting sub 2 hours. Or like, 2 hours real time. And now I do, like, baby seed settings and just get completely shafted.
The game? No.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you
This is a
play
really fun
tetherball.
showcase.
Sometimes you play tetherball with the GameCube, and it just smacks you in the face.
Yeah. Not a bad analogy.
You ever think about
I mean,
that?
hey, it was a
just
sick
like,
showcase, though.
just like tying the GameCube to a pole by the handle on the back and playing tetherball with it. Perfect showcase of this rando. Just get all 4 beams
yeah.
at the beginning and don't get morph ball bomb the entire time.
This is the best Prime Randomizer marathon run ever. It's not even close.
It's probably the only one. No, I'm sure this has been done in marathons before, I'm sure, but okay. So what's the last check, Bash? What's the last thing we should check for bombs? I think it's gonna be ventilation.
I think
shaft.
it should be Fiery Shores underneath Warrior Shrine, but Vent Shaft is a good candidate since it's, you know, right
I don't
here.
I don't have time to get to Fiery Shores before the cutoff.
Yeah, that's understandable.
All right, we're checking vent shaft.
Was it a organizer that said the cutoff? Oh, nice. Oh, that's good. All right, you do get repositioned here. That's weird.
Yeah, whatever. Even
Yeah,
if we
thankfully, if you just leave here, this
what
elite
the?
pirate just
Oh, come on.
says sorry, repairs his little containment tank, goes back in it,
Yeah,
waits.
true. This jump is kind of weird. I mean, it's free, but there's actually like a big cube, a collision cube here, because they try to prevent you from getting up the ramp, but you could just jump around it. It's kind of funny. All right, we're checking one more item. Is it bombs? It's bombs,
Oh my God.
dude. I can't
Oh
believe
my!
it.
It was just there. Oh my God.
Bash.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm giving you the L on this one. I'm like, oh, should we
Yeah.
start? You're like, oh no, because Central Dynamo requires bombs or whatever. So I'm like, okay, no Central Dynamo. So I skip ventilation shaft.
You got the Bash hot dog.
Dude, I could have gotten bombs over an hour ago. Ah, man. It's fine.
I didn't think.
This is my fault for inviting a pro to do commentary with me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
All right.
Well, I've enjoyed my only time I've commentated a dansalvato run, so it's been a
GG's,
pleasure.
everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, hope you enjoyed like the 2-hour lead up to that punchline. Okay. Yeah. Well, you can go ahead and stop the timer. We're killing it. That was
Shout outs
fun.
to the Monkey Ball community.
Yeah, I got to
for
show off
waiting.
a decent amount of stuff. Anyway, yeah, Prime Randomizer, one of the most incredible logic systems out there. Head over to randovania.org if you're interested. If you've played Metroid Prime and love this game and want to get more out of it, Randomizer is a great way. And do not be intimidated because, again, you can just keep all the settings at like kind of the glitchless easy mode settings for before you learn all the tricks. And the tracker that Prime Rando comes with also tells you at all times which checks you have available, taking into account your settings. And so even without knowing the game like the back of your hand, like you have to like get into certain other randomizers, the tracker will just tell you where you have available to go next. So extremely accessible, easy to get into, a technological marvel this program is. And Randovania also supports the other Prime games. It supports Cave Story. It supports Metroid Dread. So definitely worth checking out and having a good time with. But yeah, that is, I think, the shout out that I wanted to give. If you want to see more Prime Randomizer, which I usually do after my Yoshi Story speedrun attempts, then you can follow me at twitch.tv/dansalvato. And just because I am trophy sized does not mean I am Walsk's trophy wife.
That's great to know.
Amazing.
Yeah. All right. Bye, everyone. Hope to see you again soon. Have a great rest of Fangame Marathon. Enjoy Monkey Ball.
All right, and thanks for the great showcase, Dan. I mean, as he just said, up next, Super Monkey Ball Blind Event. We'll be back in just a few minutes for that, so stay tuned. See you then.